right, good morning, everyone. We are now live for the New York session open. It opened 2 minutes ago, guys. Hope you had a good night, had a good morning wherever you are in the world. We're gonna look at the charts today and see what we got going on. It is a new day of trading for us. We had a great night streaming last night on the Asian session, and we're going to hopefully carry that into today. We're going to look at some volume here, see what we got going on. For those of you that were watching yesterday, and really anyone that was looking in the market, gold was at an absolute high. It finally took a dive off. It double topped here back at 4497, 4498, and then actually came back down. So we did see that finally come back down, finally break down a little bit. A couple of our JPY pairs kind of came down and are now coming right back up. With obviously gold and the US dollar correlate heavily. They both will not move in the same direction. So we're going to look at some of these charts here. I'm going to look at the 4-hour first because we did just get a new 4-hour candle. So, like we predicted last night, Euro JPY bounced right off the EMA ribbon after it took a huge dive. Same with AUD JPY. They all had, 8 hours of straight downturn. Now they're looking to come back. Good morning, Adele. How you doing today? Good morning, good morning. Looking at a lot of these charts, they pretty much all reversed from last night, which is not a bad thing. We just got to figure out an entry, you know what I mean? GBP CAD. That would have faked us out right there. Liquidity sweep right there. All right. Fix my camera here. Alright, there we go. So let's take a look at these charts here. We're gonna go by volume like we always do. I pinned them all. First, let's go over what happened in the news here. So we had CAD news and we had USD news. The preliminary GDP quarter over quarter, it was delayed by 27 days due to the US government shutdown. So that's why we had that today. Actual was greater than the forecast by 2.2 points. This is released by the Bureau of Economic Analysis. And it annualized change in the volume of all goods and services produced by the economy. So essentially, we're making more stuff. With that being said, it's the holiday season. We're always making more stuff. So I don't know where that came from. It's pretty obvious what was going to happen there with that number. We're going to look at the 15 on some of these and look to get in one of those trades where we really have the ribbon flip and the EMA ribbon flip, as well as some movement, either bullish or bearish on the 15 to get some pips here. Let's see here. This could go for 50. Just got to break those highs, though. AUD JPY is at a high. We're going to move that. to up there. Euro AUD is a very weird chart. Let's hop down to the hour. Not sure what Euro AUD is doing. Euro JPY looks like it's going to be a retracement. So to be honest with you, Euro JPY, it spiked like we talked about. We had this, small double top, triple top, came down, and now it's back up here. Now, this is probably going to do one of two things. This FVG is going to act as a resistance, and it's going to come back down towards the zone, and possibly this zone. Or this is now a new uptrend that it's continuing on, and we could see it breaking to go towards the highs. So Euro JPY is one that we're certainly going to keep an eye on. Not 100% sure what it's going to do yet, though, but it is extremely bullish. If we look at our technicals, it's a buy on every single time frame. All the US dollar is going to be a buy as well. Well, it took off this morning. We might get some market correction. It took off this morning because of the news with the USD prelim GDP news being positive for the US dollar. The US dollar took off, but typically what you see is a correction after that. Again, we don't trade news. The reason we don't trade news is because it's unpredictable. However, after the news isn't predictable. After the news is extremely predictable. There's typically a market correction almost every time. Almost every single time there's a market correction. So if we look at this on the 15, yeah, this thing is nowhere near touching that. Well, now this is something to look at. Clear break of structure here, guys. So GBP AUD is something that we're going to look at here. GBP AUD had a clear break of structure. Let's just look at the 4 really quick before we get too far. Yep, it did. And it's not part of the... It's not part of this. Because it kind of breaks the channel. See how it breaks the channel there? This is an actual break of structure. This is a clear break of structure right here. We should start to see this move downward. It did. Yep, I agree with you there. Excuse me. Alright, so we had our break of structure right here. We're going to see if this fair value gap holds on as and the EMA ribbon holds on as a resistance. But based on what I'm seeing here, I think this is going to go down. And if we were to draw this out, like, yeah, this fair value gap has been acting as a support for a long time. Your next zone, you've got a fair value gap right here. You've got another zone right here. And you've got another zone right here. So if we were measuring it out, 30 pips for TP1, 70 pips for TP2, 145 pips for TP3, and if it went all the way down, it'd be 183 pips. We're going to put this one all the way at the top as a sell. That's so far my favorite chart that we've looked at. and the market correction is happening. I want to see this 1 hour candle close bearish for us to get in. But GBP AUD we're going to watch out for big time. Alright, so moving on. This is definitely something to watch, though. We are going to keep a very sharp eye out on GBP AUD. Nothing on AUD JPY. Nothing on Euro AUD. CHF JPY, really nothing there unless we get a huge ribbon flip on the one. USD JPY is on a downtrend. We just have to wait for the full retracement. It's not 100% there yet. GBP USD, nothing. All these GJ pairs from yesterday, or all these JPY pairs from yesterday that dropped on us during our session are all now starting to rebound off the EMA ribbon and come back up. But we don't know if they're still on a downtrend or if they're creating a new uptrend. So that's why I'm not touching any of those pairs right now. And a lot of them are trading within the zone. We don't want to trade within our support and resistance unless there's a clear EMA ribbon flip and a lot of buying or selling power coming in. So there's a lot of these that I'm not going to touch just because we don't like the way they look. I don't like a lot of these charts, to be honest with you guys. I don't know, it depends. Let's try and make some profit in this session first. That was our Euro USD trade from yesterday, guys. This was a great trade yesterday. JPY, we're gonna move this up. USD. CAD JPY was our next chart. CAD JPY is probably gonna go. I closed and then I traded last night on my own. I shorted Euro JPY last night on my own time with some high lots, and I ended up getting 30 pips. So I don't know if I have it marked up still. No, I don't. But this right here is what I traded yesterday. In between, you see I have the lines marked up. I got in right here at this line, and I rode it all the way down to here and got out for 50. I didn't stay for all 50 pips. 30 pips, yeah. We took it. It was good. It was a really good night. I was up till like almost 1 in the morning trading. I wouldn't have stayed up that late if I didn't have so much good movement. But anyway, we're at CAD JPY. This could keep driving up. We're going to see what this hour brings, though. NZD, EuroCAD. A lot of these charts are just not the greatest looking. You had to break a structure here, right here, but it's kind of too far gone. Your next zone is nowhere to be found. We're not going to touch that. We're not going to touch a lot of these. Oh, here's a break of structure that we pointed out last week. No, this was last night. This is what we talked about last night. AUD CAD. It had no volume last night. It's at 50K volume now. So it looks like there's a little bit of a market correction here, but it's using the EMA ribbon and our zone that we charted out here as a support. We're going to move this up. AUD CAD's going to go to the top. And gold we're not touching. So we've got a couple charts to look at here. I personally really like this This breaks of structure trade on GBP AUD. Euro JPY could also be just... It could have went up here, and this could be it coming back down off this fair value gap. So there's a lot of possibilities this morning on some charts. So we're really going to need to make sure we're picking the best one here and not just hopping in because there's volume. There's going to be volume all morning. It's a market open, so there's going to be volume all morning. AUD CAD with the break of structure. No, I'm not going to trade Christmas. No, I'm not going to. Horrible volume on Christmas. I do not trade Christmas. Not going to trade Christmas. Alright, so again, we still have this break of structure is still valid, and it did break the consolidation period. Most likely, I haven't decided yet, to be honest with you, if I'm going to trade the 28th through the 31st. I haven't decided. I might do some long-form lesson videos that I post instead. Hey, Ryan, what's up, man?
Working across teams is tough, but Asana...
Alright. So we're about to get a new hour candle, guys. We're only going to look at ones that meet our criteria. I just want to make that very clear. We're only looking at ones that meet our criteria. I did not, no. Curious to see what the technicals look like here. Pretty much everything's neutral or a sell. What concerns me is the 4 hour that was just this huge dragonfly reversal pattern. That's the only thing that concerns me on this break of structure. There you go. This break of structure concerns me because of this candle right here. I'd like to see what happens on the 1 hour. But we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours of candles respect this fair value gap. And we got our ribbon flip, which leads me to believe that this is going to continue to drive down. AUD CAD on the 4 hour. That's a tough one. I don't really like it. Let's look at this on the 15. See, so we had our ribbon flip here, right? I'm going to point this out. We had our ribbon flip with the full candle closure, and it went for 20 pips. So just going back to what our strategy is, where the ribbon flip with the full closure above the ribbon flip, and it goes for 20 pips, is valid almost every single time. Just whether we catch it or not is the thing. On the 15, right here, we didn't have a full bearish closure yet. This would be our first bearish closure. But it went for 10 pips. After this long bearish candle, it went for 10 pips. Like I was telling you guys, almost every time it happens. But I can see this being a head and shoulders pattern right here. Something like that before we see it come down here. But it's a strong buy or a buy on everything except for the small time frames. My only concern is that we finish this W instead of... If we get a bearish close here, we could look to get in sells right here. Ideally, we'd want it to break these lows, to be honest with you. But this is a very good sign right here. These two tops right here that are equal in size, the wicks are the same size and the bodies of the candles are the same size. So for us, that's a really good sign because it looks like it's going to keep driving down. Price matched each other on the buying side and the selling side right here. Price matched each other equally, and typically that's a sign of a reversal. Why is this so big? We got a couple minutes here, though, until we see what's going on. We got a couple minutes until this new hour candle, so we're going to see what happens here.
What if you can create your own website?
What do we got? 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Let me get my broker up on this GBP. I don't know. I think it's gonna drop, but it could finish the W before it drops, guys. That's the only scary part. So, like, again, looking at this, we have a W pattern, a pretty big one too, right? So you see this W pattern? We could see it do this before it comes back down here. And, you know, I don't want to be caught in this drawdown right here. You know what I mean? That's not drawdown that we want to be sitting in. And I don't think this chart knows what it wants to do yet either. Euro USD still dropping. I think it's going to come up for and make the shoulder here for only 8 pips. Euro JPY looks like it is coming down off that fair value gap. That's a really good sign. It's in a downtrend because you have this right here. Oops. No, wrong one. It's in a downtrend. Like, it's definitely in a downtrend. That's what's important to identify here, is that it is in a downtrend. So, do we want to look to short it? I don't think we have enough confirmation yet, but if we get a hammer close that's bearish, we'll short this thing, I think. We're going to need to see what this new hour candle does. This will be 30 minutes into New York session open, so we'll have a lot of information on what's going on here. We took out that FVG on the hour just now. Yeah, Euro JPY is dropping. We might get in some sells here, guys. Let's see what the 15 looks like. 15's kind of weird. But the hour's solid. I think we're going to end up getting in sells on this here. AUD CAD, not really sure. There's no clear indication. AUD JPY is going to reverse too, it looks like, though. But our most solid looking trade right now is Euro JPY. Hour candle, rejection on the EMA, and 3 FVGs. We're probably going to look to get in sells on this, guys. We got 1 minute left. This is a very powerful hour candle right here, guys. This candle, this hammer candle, reverse hammer, whatever you want to call it, it is a very powerful candle. That's a sign of a reversal, and we didn't break our zone, zone that we have right here. I'm kind of gonna move this further so you guys can really see where this zone is. But this is a strong zone right there. And if we were to take sells to the bottom here, you're looking at 40 pips. So I think that's what we're going to end up. Yeah, I think we're going to end up taking this. Yeah, 100%. That's why it's called that. But we got 1 minute to see what happens here. There's no sense in rushing into the trade. We want to get our confirmation here, because I still think we're going to see a little bit of a wick. Yeah, we're going to see a little bit of retracement. Ideally, I'm going to put another line here. Ideally, it doesn't break this. So from the 2 hour down is neutral, which means it's shifting. The movement's shifting. If we look at the 4 hour, yeah, I think we're going to take sells here, guys. Yep, we're taking the sell here. That's weird. Give me 1 sec, but we are getting in sells here, guys. I'd have to just put it in on my phone if the broker's gonna be weird like that. Never happens, actually. Good morning, Arc Xfinity from Twitch. Oh, I did get in it. Oh, I got in it twice. It glitched on me. Great. Alright, well, I'm in for 2 full lots. And we're in at 183.978. 3.9. 183.9735. Alright, so we're in some sells, guys. And let me mark this chart up. We actually already have it marked. We're going to send this in the Discord. Sells on Euro JPY. We're in sells on Euro JPY, guys. I did not mean to get in 2 lots there. My broker glitched and I clicked it twice. It's okay though. Yeah, I really only meant to get in 1 lot, but that's okay. Alright, so we're in on the new candle, the new hour. Our stop loss is 30 pips, 28 pips. Our TP1 got moved, it looks like. I'm pretty sure I had a different TP1 set up there. No, our TP1's correct. Yeah, our TP1 is correct. We're gonna move it up a little bit, but again, we can expect to have it create a wick here. But we're in sells on Euro JPY. Please use proper lot size for your account size, everyone. Alright, I'm going to use the restroom real quick, guys. I will be right back. Sells on Euro JPY. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. See what kind of movement we got going on here. I think this is going to end up being a real good trade for us, guys. We entered on the hour here, just so everybody knows. And if you want, I'm going to break down why we got in this trade. So, again, we identified with our lines here, our trend lines, that this is a downtrend. What we're getting is a break and retest of the downtrend. Now, we had a bearish hammer candle at the top of the new low. So if we were to look at this, this is a high, this is a high, this is a low, this is a low. They're lower than each other, which means it's in a downtrend. The downtrend, we got a massive hammer candle on the hour with a huge wick right here. That signifies that we are now in a downtrend and the move upward has finished and it's now starting to go the other way. What we should expect to see over the next couple hours, if not hour, is going to be some sort of movement down this way. TP1 is a big move, but again, we're looking at the hour, not the 15. TP1's a 35 pip move. If we can get a nice little 35 pip move down this way, we'll be in great shape. But just to break down why we're in this trade, we drew our support and our resistance. Our new mini support per se, or just a sub zone of what we normally have, is right here. I can get rid of the white line there. I can get rid of the white line there because now it's a sub zone. And we can really get rid of the yellow line if we wanted as well. It's just kind of making a little bit of noise on the chart there. But this is a take profit zone. And ironically, we already have a TP3 set up from another trade, so I can just delete that. But we're 12 minutes into a new hour candle here, and we have bearish movement. We went up and created a wick along the EMA ribbon, and it rejected it. And we're in profit for the first time in this trade. Take a look at the 4 here. The 4 flipped bearish as well, and it used this FVG. It hasn't broken it. It hasn't broken this FVG. So all of our technical analysis leads to this being a sell for at least 20 pips, 30 pips. If you're just joining us, guys, welcome. Make sure you like and subscribe to the stream. We are live on our Euro JPY sells. Live on Euro JPY sells. We've got over 300,000 in volume. And as you guys all know, volume equals volatility. So we should see some movement here. We've identified the downtrend. We've identified the sell. Now it's just a waiting game. You in this trade? Nice, nice. It double topped on the 5 minute. We might float in this area for an hour or so before dropping, but I do see it dropping. It's a solid looking trade, but again, we entered on the hour, so you have to understand that it's going to be a longer held trade than our typical 15-minute entries with monitoring on the 5. That's just how it is. But we got the time, so yeah, Euro USD went up to create this shoulder. GBP AUD, nice break of structure and coming down. GBP AUD is creating a nice downward pressure here on the break of structure. Let's take a look at the 4. Yeah, same thing. It looks pretty good. The technicals on the one that we took were slightly better based on the 2 hours and down, especially the 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute neutral to sells on the moving averages, oscillators, and the summary. And on GBP AUD, also neutrals to sell. So both really good trades. We just got in the Euro JPY one because of that hammer candle. Really good signifier of a downtrend. Really good signifier of a downtrend. So and we're going to get a little bit of movement up and down just because it is so, there's so much volume right now. There's a lot of buying, there's a lot of selling going on. So we're going to get a bunch of movement, but ideally we get a bearish candle close. I don't really eat breakfast, man, to be honest with you. I don't even think I have any food in the house either. I'd have to order it. Not a big breakfast person, you know? Like to get up and just start my day. I don't know about that. But I don't typically eat breakfast too often. For how much volume we have and the little amount of movement, there's an equal amount of buyers and an equal amount of sellers right now. Price action will dictate the change there. Once people start to analyze it, the price will certainly fluctuate. And more sellers will come in based off the hour candle, is what we hope will most likely happen. Based on our system, that's what we see happen more times than not. So this little candle right here just doesn't want to break our entry. It's just having fun playing with us for the time being. It's okay though. We are sound in our technical analysis. Very sound in it. Look at the 4 here. Look at the 5. There we go. Looks like we're going to get the flip on the 5 here, which would be solid because that would get us down to... We're actually going to add a TP right here. And we're going to move this TP to there just because it makes more sense. Playing right on the entry is a lot better than it rejecting right on the entry, I'll tell you that. Let's get that flip. Let's get a full candle close below. Look at the 15. I think it's going to drive to TP1 for sure. I think overall, by the end of the day, it's going to come down here again. The 15 hasn't flipped yet, but the 5 has, or is about to. We already saw the flip on the 1, so the flip on the 1 was our entry. The 1 hour time frame was our flip. Fully behind that, which is good. Now we're going to monitor it on the 5-minute a little bit here, just to see what's going on right at this ribbon flip. Yeah, the 1 hour is still bearish. And GBP AUD looks the exact same. It's doing the exact same thing. They're both running very similarly, but again, I like this trade a little better. We're going to get a new 15-minute candle here in 7 minutes. So in 7 minutes, we'll see kind of what happens here. Did you have a good day, Adele? There we go. Some good movement there. Getting some selling pressure. Nice. That's awesome. Came to visit you all the way in Bangladesh. Nice. That sounds fun. Oh, that's good. Good place to study. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. There we go. That's a good move. That's a really good move. There we go. We got a bearish candle close. 2.6 pips in profit. Just patience now. This is the key part of trading, is patience. It's very, very hard for a lot of people to sit here and watch this trade. Very hard for people to do that. That's what separates us from the rest. Is we're good. We're good on sitting and waiting. Once we've identified the trend, identified our target, and identified our entry, now we wait. It's very hard to do. Especially when you got a lot of money on the line. I'm trading with 2 lots, so it's not a small amount. And I accidentally traded with 2 lots because my broker glitched and I clicked twice, which is not a big deal, but not over leveraged at all. We need to break this fair value gap right here. See this FEG? We need to break this. We need to blow through this right here. We want to blow through that. Or at least get this 5-minute closure below the EMA ribbon.
Imagine being able to build an app with your...
You know what I mean? Just gotta see what happens here. No, we blew through the fair value gap. Nice. That's what we wanted to see. That's what we wanted to see right there. Going into a new 15-minute candle, this is what we want to see. We're currently sitting at 5 pips in profit. I'm looking at $10 a pip right now in this account, so... $13 pips would be real nice. But on the hour, looking at even more. Yeah, 13 and then down to what we would hope would be 35 pips. Well, if we get to TP1, I'm going to close 50% of positions. There it is. There's the movement we're looking for. There's the movement we were looking for. Yes, there it is, guys. $8.7 pips in profit, 8.9. Want to see this keep pushing. We don't want to see too much retracement going into this 15. $8.5. There's a big drop. That's what we wanted to see right there. Created a fair value gap. Let's see it keep pushing. $9.5 pips in profit. Reply. I want to see this FVG stay intact and have this keep pushing down. It was a great candle close. And if we look at the 5, solid candle close. Absolutely solid candle close. It's exactly what we wanted to see. Pushing toward TP1 here. No, they're there. It's showing up on the horizontal stream. It's showing up. I see it. All right, we're gonna close 50%, I think, here. We'll see. Give it another 3 minutes. Why are you asking if the comments are off? Is it not showing up? What comments? I'm reading all of yours. I don't think anybody else is commenting other than you. Really? I don't see anyone else. Am I missing some? What comments? I'm reading all of yours. Ryan said something and then it's been all you.